New videos every day.
Hunger sucks. It's annoying, distracting, and leads to a whole lot of really unhealthy binging. But eating is a necessity of life, and it can even be a cause of death. In 2010, it was estimated that 925 million people were going hungry. But most Americans are actually dying due to overeating. And in America, it's hard not to overeat. There's tons of cheap, convenient, really tasty food everywhere you look. And trust me, the food companies selling that food had every intention of you getting hooked on the food and on the convenience. The hardest time to make a healthy choice is when we're really hungry. So if we can learn to control our hunger rather than being controlled by our hunger, we stand a chance at losing weight and not being completely miserable. So let me tell you how. The first thing to think about is why we get hungry in the first place. Our bodies require energy, and they also require nutrients, things like water, micronutrients, macronutrients, fiber, etc. These nutrients are needed to facilitate the body's functions and metabolic processes. And these nutrients are also used as the building blocks for creating new parts of your body. And your body has a built-in craving and hunger mechanism that helps tell your brain exactly which nutrient you're needing. But eating junk foods can throw this mechanism out of whack, so you're actually craving junk foods and not craving the foods you actually need. We explain this mechanism in further detail in a related video, but the key thing to understand is that once you start eating healthy foods, that craving mechanism can get back in line, and before long you'll be craving the healthy foods and you'll stop craving the junk. The second thing to understand is that when you consume more calories than you burn off with physical exercise, you're going to gain weight. That's really obvious, right? But actually keeping track of the calories you eat and the calories you burn can be a huge pain in the butt. And while there are some diet programs that seek to ease this process by providing prepackaged meals or assigning a point system to different foods, there's actually a much cheaper and easier solution. The term empty calories gets thrown around a lot when people are talking about junk foods, but it's really a misleading name. And I want to explain how empty calories cause hunger, weight gain, and how you can easily identify and avoid them. While the name kind of implies that these calories might just dissipate into thin air, it's really quite the contrary. These are calories that are going to go straight to your waistline, and they're not going to fill you up either. Empty calories come from processed foods. Things like white rice, white flour, refined sugars, processed meats or processed oils, not to mention your modified cornstarch, fillers, and non-dairy cream filling, etc. These foods are extremely low in nutrients and extremely high in calories. In previous videos, we've described them as high calorie density and low nutrient density. And because processed foods are so devoid of nutrients, they're not going to do very much satisfying of your body's nutritional needs. And as long as you still have nutritional needs, you're still going to feel hungry. Fiber is one of the primary nutrients that actually fills your stomach and gives you that full, satisfied feeling. And most processed foods don't contain very much fiber either. And this is one of the primary reasons that it's so easy to overeat junk foods. Everything we eat must be used up, excreted from, or stored somewhere in the body. And when your body breaks down a processed food, it uses any nutrients that that food did contain, and the rest ends up being stored as fat. And since junk foods are low in nutrients and high in calories, that's a lot of excess calories being stored as fat. And there they sit on your waistline or on your butt, waiting for you to burn them off. The whole purpose of fat storage is to prepare you for a potential famine or a whole lot of energy you might need in case you have to run from a cheetah. Now, it's exactly the opposite for natural whole foods. These foods are high nutrient density and low calorie density. And because they contain so many nutrients, they're really going to satisfy a lot of your body's nutritional needs. And since there's not too many excess calories, that's a lot less excess fat storage. And because these foods are also really high in fiber, that will also serve to help fill you up and give you that full, satisfied feeling that helps you stop eating. In fact, I would challenge someone to eat 1,500 calories worth of vegetables. Now, you would fill up long before you could actually finish that many veggies, but 1,500 calories goes down really, really quickly in a fast food processed meal. So if you're wanting to lose weight, it's going to be a lot easier to just lay off the empty calories and lay off the junk foods than to actually try and keep track of every calorie you eat and every calorie you burn. And the added bonus of eating a diet of natural whole foods is that those foods actually help you control your caloric intake. Because they help satisfy your body's nutritional needs, and because they contain so much fiber, they're actually going to fill you up and you're going to spend a lot less time being hungry. And even if you are overindulging in natural whole foods, you're not going to feel nearly as guilty about it as when you're overindulging in junk. And as I mentioned, because the natural foods contain fiber, it's less likely that you're going to be overeating in the first place. I hope that this video offered you some good information to help you lose weight and trim your body. If you liked it, I hope that you'll give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll friend us on Facebook and share this video with your friends. In this video, I described how junk foods can cause hunger and overeating. But junk foods can also cause early aging and wrinkles, and in a future video, I'm going to explain why. And in another video, I'm actually going to bring you along with me to the grocery store. And while it's easy to shop healthy at a health food store, we're gonna go to the Walmart, and I'm gonna help you figure out what are some healthy foods that you can find in your local Walmart. So please be sure to subscribe. If you'd like a better understanding of what makes a junk food junkie and what makes a superfood super, check out my video, Superfoods versus Junk Foods. And for my top 10 lists of superfoods that I recommend you eat, check out the top 10 superfoods. In this video, I mentioned that our body has a natural craving system, and when we're eating healthy foods, that system helps us crave healthy foods. To understand why you're craving junk, check out the video, Why You Crave Junk. If we can avoid consuming excessive amounts of calories, we stand a much better chance at losing weight. If you'd like to learn more about calorie density and which foods contain the most calories, check out the video, Do Not Eat This High-Calorie Food.